Hello everyone, welcome back to part 2 of reaching the coal mine here on Railroads Online. In the first episode, part 1, we laid all the groundwork and everything up to the coal mine. And I said I was going to start by laying some track, and I think we show a little bit of that. But mostly it's going to be a little bit of scouting and then running up there using Beast, pulling a very large train. A couple of things to note really fast. I did just get that one pushed up to YouTube, and I just finished editing part 2. And I do need to apologize for it being so long. I hate doing multi-part videos. I don't like watching multi-part videos. So I'm trying to get these pushed out as fast as I possibly can for you. The other thing is, right near the end, I bring you back. I say goodbye, but then I bring you back. So stay tuned for the very end. Wait till the end, kind of a thing. Because something kind of interesting happens. So I'm not going to spoil it for now. You'll need to watch it. The other thing to note is I actually run the new route completely unedited. So that's one reason it is so long. But I want you to experience this route. I don't speed anything up. I don't cut anything. And I just kind of talk about it as we go up the track. So I think it's a very awesome route. It did take me roughly 12 hours and then a little more to complete it. And you'll see why when we get up there. Another thing really quick while we're running around here is that the developers dropped another update. It's a very small update, and it doesn't really affect us too much. We're still on beta. So this is new build 220207 beta, and they adjusted the couplers and the drawbars to improve coupler stability when going around tight curves. Now again, that doesn't really affect us too much. Maybe, I mean, if we had a really sharp curve or something like that, which we really don't anymore, since we kind of overhauled the entire track. But it should make it a little bit easier for some to pull trains and stuff around sharp curves without snapping their links. So, all right, without further ado, I'll stop jaw-jacking and we'll get right into part 2 of reaching the coal mine. Thanks for watching. Right, we're back up here at the coal mine. Got all the trees. I still got the saw up. Got all the trees trimmed all the way down. Let's start laying some track. So this section up here might be a little temporary. I need to measure how far away to put it from the platform, but for now I'm going to use this rock right here. This rock is almost dead center. This little crevice in this rock and this ground texture is almost perfectly center, and they happen every once in a while. Let me see if I can find another one. There's another one. So I kind of use that as a guide. And that makes a pretty straight track. It's not perfect, but you get the idea, right? So I just kind of pick out a spot in the track. It's in the middle, and it works. So I'm going to go ahead and lay down a bunch of track here. So just come up here. Since our groundwork is nice and good and even now, I did have to fix a few little spots that were either a little crooked or wonky, but or curved for no reason, kind of a thing. I just had to straighten it out. Not too bad. Having good groundwork laid down first is preferable. So I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of this laid out, and we'll see you at the bottom of the hill. Alright, well that took a long time. And go back up and check some of it now. I would do just short sections. Turn around, check it. Make sure that there's no big kinks or any screw-ups. This is looking pretty good. Alright, so there's our awesome waterfall over there. Let's cross the river and keep going. We didn't make it very far on the map, but we have laid a lot of track. I think the rest of it's going to be fairly easy. Just need to cross the river here, I'm guessing. Let's go over there real fast and take a look. Now I'm looking for that ramp that it's on this side of the river and it just starts going up this wall just like what we were just working with. Maybe it's over here. I would like to find it and kind of explore it a little bit to see where it goes, how it goes. That sort of thing. Maybe it was just a little hill like that that I saw. I don't know. And that's why we're looking. Okay, so it's right here. This is what I found earlier. So let's see where this goes. I might be running back a long ways, but I want to see where this goes, how it goes. Yeah. Okay, so it looks good, but I think it ends right there. Maybe not. Does it shoot across here? Yeah, I mean, this looks like it could. I have to bridge this. Let's cut down a tree or two here. I mean, it doesn't make sense that we would need to climb, though. But let's shoot a bridge across this really quick, just to see what it looks like. This is like a giant squirrel moment. You know, this might be doable. I'm going to run this entire route here and see where it comes out at. And if I find anything worth noting, then I'll bring you back and we'll discuss it, or I'll take a look at it. We are really up high here. I hope this comes down soon. I didn't realize that we were so high. I was just walking this path. It's clearly made again for a track. And we got cuts in the hillside and that sort of thing. But we need to start coming down like really soon or something. I don't know. I was kind of following this There's a little hump right here in front of us. No real sharp bends or turns. And it doesn't seem to be that steep. We'll find out when we get groundwork on it, if we get groundwork on it. And it does appear now to be going downhill. Okay, we came to another spot where we might have to bridge it. Maybe. Let's find out. Let's just shoot a bridge. I think it's going to go right over there, if anything. Of course, this map doesn't show us anything. Well, you can kind of see right there in front of us. We shoot across here. It looks like it's going to hook back to the left and then back right again. Let's find out. Let me know if that went all the way across. Yeah, so you can see it hooks to the left pretty hard. That's going to be a sharp curve. And then it should hook back right. This is obviously meant to hold a rail. It's just like what we came down off the coal mine. Okay, so I think this is going to be dropping down. We've been dropping down for a while now. We're getting closer to the river. It doesn't seem to be very efficient. You know, the river is mostly flat, and this will climb and then descend for what appears to be no reason. But what it does have going for it is it's really smooth. Whereas when I was following the river, I would have to cross the river several times, for one, and two, which is, it's fine, I can cross the river, but two, there's areas, I'm not going to go back up there, I can tell on the map where that's going to come down, right in front of the mouse there, and then it'll come over and we'll meet up with it at some point over there with our main line. But there's a lot of uneven ground here along the river. And maybe you saw that during the sped up part near the beginning of this video, where it was really like stepping up with sharp terrain features. And it didn't, I was wondering about that. I was like, man, this is going to suck when I come down this, because I'm going to have really tall groundwork. It's going to look like ramps going down instead of stairs. So I think we're going to build it up there where it's meant to go. You know, it looks like it's supposed to go there. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to run back to where we were just at, where we left the track, and we'll cross it and come around that bend and start climbing this grade up there. I think that's going to be our best bet. Here's kind of like one of those little steps I was talking about really quick. So you can see we'd have to have tall groundwork just to clear this hump right here and then continue down. But further up is where I was talking about with those steps. So it's not going to lend itself very well to be following this river. I'd like to. I thought it was. I thought we'd be putting track right through here and then just cross the river with a bridge, and we would just follow this river on up. But I don't think that's going to work so well. I really think we need to be up there following that route. It may not be as efficient as far as climbing. We'll see. We'll put some groundwork on it. It might be something crazy like 6%. I don't think it's going to be that steep, but you know, you never know until you put the groundwork on it. We don't have good surveying tools yet, so we got to get some groundwork on it, and then we'll know for sure. All right, we're back at the end of our track here. So I'd like to go that way, I'm thinking. So I'm actually going to delete some of this and turn it into normal groundwork for starts. So not a lot, just back to about there. Then we can kind of bend it around a little bit and get rid of this rail. There we go. We'll do groundwork. We'll do this kind of groundwork. Go down 2%. You know, maybe 2% wasn't good. But that's okay. We'll I'll show you what I'll do here. We'll come in with this because we have to anchor the bridge, right? We'll come back here and we'll do that. That should raise it up enough. Let's check this really quick with the vegetation because I kind of want to keep things out of the vegetation. So we'll go back into here. We'll go options, graphics, turn that on, apply changes, back, continue. Yeah, that's too low. We need to be up here. Not a problem. We'll leave that on for a little while. You get used to it after a while with it being off. It looks kind of weird with it turned back on. It's strange how that works. Let's kind of freehand this over. There we go. Alright, then we'll put down this. Again, this is just for like a... make it look like an anchor to a bridge. I thought about crossing it perpendicularly. That's a tough word. But I want to be heading that way because we got to round this hill over here. So I want to get going that way as soon as possible. We'll just shoot it across. Let me just come over here, make sure we get it far enough over. And it's straight-ish. Something like that. Yeah. That's decent. And we'll come in here with our anchor again. We'll come right to this support. There we go. Alright, and just like that, we got a bridge across the river. So what I'm going to do in order to keep this relatively short, I'm going to finish this off screen. I'm going to try and go up that route that we were at. Unless, of course, I hit something weird. I'm not going to be able to do it or whatever. But when we come back, hopefully if everything goes right, we'll be running a train up to the coal mine for the very first time, doing a tour. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully that'll be here in just a few minutes for you, or a few seconds for you. For me, it's probably going to be several more hours. So wish me luck. Here we go. All right, and just like that, we are back. We're down here at the smelter station. It took about 12 hours total time to build that route. I did get it all complete. And when it was all done, including in that roughly 12 hours or so, I did go up to the freight depot and buy a couple more, 3 more of these 200 series flat state cars. And then I brought them down here using Maverick. I loaded them up with some beams, and that's all I could afford was the 3 cars. And let's see how much money we have. We have $470. So I brought them down here and parked them over there on the intake side. And I used Stout, which is over there in the train house, to offload the rest of these. These are the 300 series. We had 3 of these cars that had cordwood in them. And brought them back over here where Maverick hooked up to them. And we'll pull them back up to the freight depot. We might bring a load down or something for the smelter. And we might be running a little low. I haven't looked over there. I got the rest of these 9 cars all loaded up with rails. And then we attached those 3 beams, 3 cars of beams on the back with the caboose behind Beast here, and we're gonna take these up to the coal mine. So these took a lot of time to load, and I did use Stout to do all of the switching and configuration and everything. I just got Beast hooked up to this train for the first time. So let's get out of here. Go make sure the switches are right. All right, so the calculator says that we should be able to pull this up a 3% grade with a little bit to spare. Come on, open up. There we go. So we'll go break off reversers forward, start giving it a little bit of regulator, get moving here. It's the first time Beast has pulled this particular train. It is a heavy, long train. Into this view, maybe we can see a little better. There we go. We'll just kind of ease on out of here. We're going to go around the back side of the smelter, then up Derail Hill, around Horseshoe Bridge, up Calamity Bridge. The rest of it I really don't have a name for yet. So yeah, when building that track, it was quite fun. It did take a lot of hours, it seemed like. It's not 100% perfect. Might be a couple little spots we have to go back and fix later. We'll see. I did have a bucket of fun, actually, with Stout. Working in the rail yard here, moving these trains around, these cars around. It was actually a good time. I had a good time doing it. Definitely going to be making an episode in the very near future of doing more of that. Some people that might sound kind of boring, but it's actually kind of fun. We definitely need more rolling stock though, so I'm hoping to make some money up at the coal mine, and we offload all of this product. We will be coming back empty-handed. That all assumes if we can actually make it up there. We are running low on rails now. And I think we're running really low on cordwood. We'll have to bring more cordwood down and obviously more iron ore. Lots of trains to run. Alright, we got a steep climb here. We're gonna find out real soon if Beast can pull this load up to 3%. Pulling the guts out of it. We may not be able to do this. Uh-oh. Well, you know, that did say it would work with a little bit to spare on a 3%. But that's, of course, straight track, not a big curve. We're not stuck yet. I don't think I have any sand. Not that it would really help. Oh, I see some sand coming out. Alright, well, yeah, we're stuck. Okay, we'll go brake on. Okay, can't pull this load, so let's see, what should we do? Thinking. Kill the regulator. I've got to set some brakes here real fast on the... I'm using the mapping tool. I got to set some brakes really fast. I got to go find the train. I'm looking in the wrong spot. I know that we're sliding backwards. Okay, you know what? Let's just back up down the hill here. We're going to take that caboose off. Try it without the caboose. Well, that's unfortunate. I'll come back here with Stout and grab the caboose a little later. Set the brake on it and pull the pin. No, we need to get a little bit of a run at that hill. We're gonna put the pin back in. We'll just, yeah. I don't want to send it down kind of on its own without any kind of brakes or anything, because it will derail. It'll find a switch or something and derail. We'll just back it up a little bit. We'll try this again. Alright, there we go. I think that'll give us enough room to get a better run at this hill. And just pull that pin. Set the brake on the caboose. Run way back up here to Beast. And see if we can pull this grade. Hopefully we don't have to keep taking cars off. It's all part of the learning curve. Go reverse or forward, brake off. Let's just give it 100%. We got to get going here. Turn the sander on too. Let's see, is that sand coming out? Yes, sir, it is. Looks kind of weird without having a caboose. All right, here we go. Straightens out, or we'll just get to that straight part. I think we'll be okay. This is the worst part of the entire trip. I did, if you remember back a few episodes, said that this part right here was actually 4%, but I did go back and fix that. It's 3% now, this entire bridge. And I did hear that they had an issue with the bridges when you do like super long runs or something with them, that they don't really follow that the grade when you set it. It'll be steeper or more shallow than it's supposed to be, or what it indicates. So who knows what that bridge actually is. I set it to 3%, so... Well, I think we're picking up some speed here, and that's a good thing. Hopefully we get up enough to get around the next bend or two. I'm thinking I might have to cut loose another car back there. Should be unfortunate. I didn't check. See if I turned off any of these brakes. Okay. I think I did when I hooked up to it. Alright. I just had that thought. I was like, oh, did I actually turn off those brakes? That would be a problem. It's a very heavy train. Those are 10 rails per car. And they took a long time to load. I thought that loading the logs or the lumber at 6 units per car was, you know, taking forever. 10 is just... It took a while. Let's leave it at that. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the sander off. I don't think we actually need it. This is flat, so we should pick up some good speed. Like I say, I think that derail hill was probably the worst of this entire trip. We'll see. There we go, Calamity Bridge. This is another hard climb. 3% with a curve. Flattens out right there. We're so close. Alright, the rest of this climb is easy. I don't think we have a little bit more 3%, but it's mostly straight 3%. You'll see that here in a little bit. The rest of this is pretty flat. I think it's only like maybe a 1 or at most, you know, 1.5. Until we hit the part where we need to start climbing up the mountain to the coal mine. I think the steepest we have there is a little bit of a 3, but it's mostly 1.5 or 2, if my memory is correct. We're actually going to back down the regulator just a little bit, try and save a little bit of steam. Maybe not. Maybe we'll just keep that at 100. I heard it kind of chuff down a little bit there, going around those bends. We need to fix that. Just make that straight instead of having that big old whoop-de-doo there for no reason. Here's our river. Right up here we have our new Y. Switch is already set. We're going to keep on the regulator because right after this is all new track. I have not tested this at all. It starts climbing pretty steep here. So I want to keep on the regulator. Just making sure we all get around that curve all right. Cross the river again. And this is a 3% climb right here, but it's pretty straight. We got a little bit of a curve here at the top. Had to do a little bit of bridge work here and there because the walls were getting really tall. I was using these walls. You can hear it chuffing down a little bit. And you can see here it kind of flattens out and then goes back up again. I don't know how or why that happened when I was laying this groundwork. But it did. It happened. It's a thing. You kind of see it here and there. We do just kind of climb up the side of this hill. And I was following what appeared to be a kind of a pre-cut out perfect spot for laying track. We kind of go up and then we come back down again the other side. Here you see this is another 3% bridge. It stays 3% for quite a ways. But I did a bridge again because that would have been a giant stone wall and it looked like the Great Wall of China. So I replaced it with a bridge and I think it looks a little better. It stays 3% right up to about this bend here coming up, and then it levels off, and I think the most it climbs in both directions from that point is like 1.5%. No curve on any of this track is over 30 degrees either. Awesome to see the river down there in the canyon, the valley below, the river that defies logic and physics. It actually flows uphill. Very unique. You see it kind of hooks to the right before going back left. That's because this is a fairly steep curve. I'm actually going to get off the regulator a little bit here, because it hooks back and forth a little bit, and this is all zero. I just don't want to get all wobbly. This is a 30. And I think this climbs like it the 0.5% or something like that. It's really not bad. This is such a awesome valley too. It's really long though. And this is by far the longest route in the entire game. And it just seemed to keep going. I was like, oh, is it up on this mountain? No, no, no. We got to keep going. It's the next mountain down the valley. Right up here, I believe, is the top. Yeah, we're going to start going down here real soon. Kind of hard to tell. It's just so gradual. So most of this track I've ran after, you know, on foot, after I laid it, but not all of it. So hopefully there's no big surprises. You know, usually I'll do a section, lay down a section, turn around and run back and look. But it kind of got to the point where I was coming back too far. And I would get lazy and like, no, I'm not going to run all the way back there again. But just looking at this, this could probably be straightened out a little bit. You know, it kind of does this little bit of a bend here. I guess I can probably straighten that out a little bit. Laying the groundwork with all the trees and stuff makes it kind of hard to see stuff like that. And again, it looks like it does a little bit of a dog leg there for no reason. Now we're going down. It does go down very gradually. It's not steep at all. You can see we're just coasting down and we're not really picking up speed. I got no brakes on at all. It's just the friction of the load going around these curves slowing us down. Just like a skier going downhill, swishing side to side. Just like that, we are down right along the river. We'll kind of follow it up for a little bit, go around this mountain that's off to our left-hand side. There's the coal mine right up there. That's where we're going. Still got a long ways to go to get there, though. Alright, right up here is where we cross the bridge. We're going to give it full regulator because we do climb. I have no idea even what the smelter needs, like as far as quantities. I know they need rail and beams. I just don't know, remember what, how many. So we brought as many beams as we can and as many rails as we can. Actually, like I was saying, I ran out of money when I was buying the rolling stock. I was only able to buy 3 cars. Well, this is a 3%. I think. Pretty sure it's a 3%. But I think it's like the only 3% on this entire route. The rest of it is less than 3. Go ahead and kick that sander back on. It could be empty. I'm looking to see if there's any sand coming out. I'm not seeing any. Nope, I think we are out of sand. That's unfortunate. It is a pretty route going into these mountains. It's just a long route. But yeah, things like this, I could straighten that out a little more. It looks so different when you're able to view it from above, kind of like this. But I don't know if it really matters. That's a steep, I believe that's like a 25 to 30. B seems to handle 30 alright. This is going to be the real one right up here. That's going to be the real test. This one's pretty sharp too, but it's a kind of a hairpin curve here. seem to handle it okay. Wow, we are up in some elevation now. Oh, that's where we kind of hugged that rock. Looks like we got plenty of room, but that was pretty close. There's so much to see so fast, it seems like. I love this little bridge. This is kind of cool. I think we're about home free, guys. And gals. I know we have some, I'm guessing we have some girls watching. So, I'm sorry if I say guys or fellows or something like that too much. All right, and just like that, we are here. It looks like we're gonna hook to the left. I'm gonna get off the regulator just a little bit because this is kind of hanky. I put in a loop. Of course, I had to clear out some trees so we could see that awesome waterfall in the background. Thinking about doing maybe some lanes in here. Not anything like the smelter or the freight depot, maybe just one or two. Just a place to store some cars or something like that if we need to. And that's where we came from down there. Such a pretty game. All right, get off the regulator and we're gonna start applying some brake here. You can see this doesn't look very good because these platforms are actually offset and they don't line up with the coal. So I'm hoping that we're close enough. We should be close enough. We can scooch up a little more. Oh, I got the brake on. Oh, too much. Great, now I wasn't paying attention. Ah, now we're good. All right. Oh, wrong side of the train. We are up at the coal mine. Look at that. Well, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to hit that thumbs up button if you like this content. And if you haven't done so already, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It does help out. And, you know, I do apologize for the long episode. Remember, we are getting ready to do a Q&A show instead of a live stream. I can't do a live stream. And I'd like to engage with you a little bit more. So if you have a question, any question will do. Please keep it appropriate, though. I'd be happy to answer it. I'll put it up on the screen and read it, and we will answer it. So, all right. Well, thank you again for watching. I do appreciate it. And this is a epic episode, but I think well worth it. Thanks again. Have a good night. Hey, so I was just finishing up here, unloading that train. As you can see, we got one beam left, 40 coal, and 56 rails left over. That's not why I brought you back really quick. I did make some little rail yard, you know, itty bitty dead end. Just two of them for now. mostly because of these. I'm going to leave these 3 here. I don't want to unload them. The reason I brought you back was because we have $2,186 now from the delivery of the beams up here and the rails. Holy crap. We just made a lot of money. That's great news. We're going to be spending that money, but I was not expecting that kind of a payday. So, all right. Thanks again. Bye for now.